Hi, we're live from Kuala Lumpur at the 9th World Urban Forum. Today we're joined by Local Pathways fellow Nadya. Nadya, tell us what city you're from and what are some of the things you've been working on recently?
Hello everyone. So my name is Nadya. I am from Jakarta, Indonesia, the capital city of Indonesia, and I've been working mostly with the urban poor of my city, and I've been working with them in developing their livelihood as well as their water management especially.
So tell us a bit more about your experience in the Local Pathways Fellowship and how has this helped you amplify the work that you've been doing currently?
So, Local Pathway Fellowships, in the very beginning of the project, it really allows us, for me specifically, to kind of understand the problem, which I think is very important stage in, kind of formulating the development solutions, because if you don't understand the problems, then you won't be able to do anything. So this program specifically, what the most helpful thing that this program has brought to me is that I can understand the whole problem of water management in my city, which is very complicated. It has so many problems intertwined with each other, and it then allows me to think very clearly what solutions should I provide for the people of my city, especially for the ones who is living in poverty.
Sure. So what first got you interested to work on sustainable cities as an issue?
Yes. In working with, especially when you work in water issues or with climate change, I think it's easy for us to kind of give up in the sense that because it's too complicated at times. But I guess when we think about the problem itself, we could start small, and this fellowships kind of also allows me to start thinking about the small solution, as well as to connect with other fellows from other cities, which I have one fellows there, Ivy's from Kenya and Nairobi, and she's doing the very same project as me, and it kind of inspired me and kind of makes me realize how are we very connected with each other, and then it also ignites me in the sense that I need to continue to work in this subject, in this difficult subject and project, so that like my people as well as Ivy's people can benefit the same. So, kind of.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is nasi goreng, Indonesian food.
Cool. All right. So tell us a bit more about the issue of water management in Indonesia, and water supply is such a big issue for a sustainable community. So what are some of the complexities of the issue that you've come across so far?
Thank you. So that's a good question actually. So I guess there are two big chunks of the problems. First is around the quality, and then the other is around the supply. So in terms of the quality, like in Indonesia, nearly 60%, in Jakarta, 60% of the households does not have access to pipe water.
Sure.
So they rely on the groundwater, which is very dirty, and even if it's boiled, it cannot be drinked. So that's around the quality. And then the other one is around the supply. Some households, they don't have access to even groundwater, they don't have access to pipe water, and then they only rely on the water seller, which is, like if you only rely some supply then to one supply only, then the prices spiked.
Yeah.
So they face this dilemma, and of course those who face this kind of second problem are the very poor community. So they cannot get water from anywhere.
Yeah.
And the river is polluted as well, so their kind of supply of water is also very limited. So I guess that's what makes it very complicated. And at the same time, in my city, for 30 years, the water management has been privatized. So the city councils do not have rights to manage the water, and that's kind of sad because, for example, in Kuala Lumpur, I was speaking with a colleague before, and she said that in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, 100% of water is managed by city council, by state-owned company owned by Malaysian government. So compared to that, Indonesia and Malaysia is very, very close, and we're very similar in many aspects. But in water management, it's the kind of sad reality that kind of sets us apart between Jakarta and then Kuala Lumpur, which I think makes the problem even greater.
All right. Thank you very much, Nadya. Coming to you from Kuala Lumpur, the 9th World Urban Forum.